Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Just thought I would do a what's it like being a healthcare proxy video. So let me do a little free form here. There's a lot to unpack. I have been my mother's healthcare proxy for, they made the healthcare proxy when they had to type it on a piece of paper on a typewriter, and they named me as healthcare proxy. So that's how old the piece of paper is that says I am my mother's healthcare proxy. So I didn't really need to start figuring things out until my mom started having issues with her. Until my dad got sick, and I realized my mom was having issues with her, um, um, what's it called? Her depression medication. So I started to look into that and step a little bit more into that realm as time went by. A lot of in a former life, I was a nurse's aide. I was a nurse's aide when I was in middle school, high school, and a little bit of college. So that's how long I've been a nurse's aide. So I think that's why I got chosen to be my mom's healthcare proxy. And I know my mom's wishes, or knew my mom's wishes from a long time ago, and I just wanted to talk to you about it today. I had so basically, I've been my mom's healthcare proxy for a long time. I've been working with her for a long time, basically from getting her meds adjusted, getting her on the right path medically, and keeping up to date, going through all her crises, whether she lived with me. She lived with me before she lived with me. She lived somewhere else. Before she lived somewhere else, she lived in a assisted living, and I was there for her for all of the doctor's appointments, well, almost all the doctor's appointments, all of the emergencies, take either driving her to the ER or getting an ambulance for her or things like that, and being with her in the hospital thick and thin, trying to get things sorted out, get things right. And you have to, so being a healthcare proxy, you always have to have stuff like a notebook. Have a notebook as your mom's healthcare proxy, or have a notebook, because a doctor will talk to you and then walk out of the room, and you'll be like, okay, what? And afterwards you're like, what's her name? Or what did they say? Or what did they decide? They talked about a whole bunch of stuff, but and you can circle back to them and whatnot. So always have that as a logbook, uh, what they decided, what their medications are supposed to be, what they're going to try, who you're going to, all that stuff. Anything down. It doesn't matter. Just be in the back of the room, at least in the back of the room, and write everything down. That's gold. That notebook, and keep that notebook because it's gold. Um, and so you'll be able to put things together and just say, well, this doctor said this, and you're saying that. Can you get together and make an executive decision on that and be more proactive? And one of the things that assisted me in a lot of these things is you go in, she's sitting in a bed, the doctor comes in for a second, tries to evaluate him, and then leaves, and you don't see him again until the next day or a couple days. So you have to say these things. What is the plan? What is the plan to get mom home? And that has helped me for my father when I took care of my father. That helped me for my mom, taking care of my mom. What is the plan to get this person home? And it's like, and you have to say that. And you just don't say that mean, but just say insistent, okay, what is the plan? What are the steps to get this person home again? And then you see people, you see the doctor like kind of wake up, like, oh, there's a there's a goal. The goal is to get the person home. Oh, okay. What are the steps to take? And basically, when you say, what are the steps to get them home? What's the plan? What are the steps to get them home? Then the doctor shoots into action and goes, okay, here are the steps in order for this person to go home. We have to do this. We have to. Otherwise, your loved one is just sitting in the hospital and they're like, yep, they still got that. Do they have to go to physical therapy? Do they have to be evaluated by a clinician, a cardiac person, or this person, or that? Who do they have to be? Who do they have to be seen by in order to get them on the right path to go home? And so you're nice, but you're insistent, and you're leading them through what their thought process should be by saying that out loud. And so you're prompting them to fit into the slots all of the things that let them go home. And that's what a healthcare proxy does. They we talk with the doctors. I mean, your loved one is sick in the hospital. they may or may not be conscious. They may or may not, because they're all full of drugs. They're all stuff. You're the focused one. So be nice to them and be charming, but also lead the doctor into making a plan to get them, and then include, like, if you have the nurse outside trying to listen in, hey, can you come in? I know you're busy, but if you can come in and sort your meds out while you're listening to the doctor, then we can have another ear to to hear what the decision is or what's going on. So and so that's one of the things. It's good to be healthcare proxy. Be kind, but be not firm but kind, but be proactive in saying, okay, what's going on, instead of letting the doctor. Because a lot of times they are dealing with the elderly, and people want to go, oh no, they just go to the nursing home. We'll just put them away in the nursing home. Oh yes, other people can. Oh yeah, these stinky old people. You got to be proactive. Okay, this is the goal, and how do we get there? So, and another part of it is to keep everything going in a good flow. What my brother, a trick that my brother taught me for dealing with doctors and dealing with medical professionals is, when you go to the hospital to follow up or be with your loved one and talk to the doctors and talk to the staff and always dress up. Business casual. Just think about it as business casual. If you don't know what business casual it is, Google it. Put your good blazer on. Don't wear jeans. Put a good pair of pants on. Don't have sneakers. Or if they're sneakers, make sure that they're expensive, clean sneakers. Just do stuff like that. Dress up. And, put on some gold or jewelry or something. Or the male equivalent, expensive watch and a blazer. I don't know about a tie, but at least, something, a button down, something collared, something that you can portray yourself as not a bum. Because I dress like a bum a lot. I dress like a bum a lot. When I go to, when I go to work, I have, basically, I call corporate camouflage. Corporate camouflage is good. It makes people pay attention to you, look at you, look in your eyes. So you want to look the doctor right in the eye. You want to dress well, because they just have more information for you. They're willing to stop and explain things. They're willing to stop and say, hey, they'll listen to you when you go, hey, my mom's in a little bit of pain. When you get a chance, can you evaluate the pain and give her, is there something for it? Can you look and evaluate and go from there? And if you're dressed up, don't know. Don't know why. Don't know why. You're dressed up, they will listen to you and they will do more for you. And it's a trick. It's a trick that healthcare proxy really needs to know. So, and also, Healthcare Proxy, yes, they don't officially, I found this out recently, they don't officially activate Healthcare Proxy unless the doctor says you are now activated as Healthcare Proxy. And I didn't know that. I was just, I'm Healthcare Proxy, and everybody seemed to go with the flow, okay, because they saw my mom in the bed. But yes, over this last year, over the 2 times she was hospitalized recently, in the hospital, they said, you are activated healthcare. I didn't know you had to be activated. Yes, we are activating you as Healthcare Proxy. And one of the other things that well, one of the other things that I learned is that when you get out of the hospital, your PCP has to activate you as permanent healthcare proxy. So, as you guys know, my mom has dementia, and it's been creeping along, and it's now almost severe dementia. She can still kind of talk. Um, she can't hold a conversation. She can't hold a thought in her head. Um, she they did some testing on her. I asked for them to do their neurologist to do testing on her about a year ago now. Was it 2 years ago now? Oh, I don't know. I think it's a year ago now. And basically, she was on the severe scale. But yeah, so now she can talk the things that she talks about, um, but she can communicate with her. Do you want to get up? Do you want to not get up? Yes, no. She can understand that, and while she doesn't, while she doesn't say yes, no, the tone in her voice is she's interested in getting up, or the tone of her voice, no, she's interested in falling back asleep. So those are the things that over the years you'll figure out as you go. Um, but yeah, when I get her, she got a new PCP. It's a geriatric PCP that came to the house that evaluated her. I'm activating you as permanent healthcare proxy. So what she said was that I will get something within the next week in the mail. I'll get a packet in the mail with a letter that is activated healthcare proxy. Okay, so I can take that. She said take a photograph of it, keep it on your phone, keep that document because that document's important. And a lot of it is for this wishes. I've talked about this before. Medical orders for life-sustaining treatment. I forget. I forget what it's. When the patient is uh, out of it, what are their medical wishes? And basically, it has the DNR on it, do not resuscitate thing on it. Um, but my mother, as I said in previous video, my mother filled this out. She filled this out, and I have my glasses on now. I can tell you, she filled this out in 2017, and it is now 2025. So she was with it and verbal and communicative in 2017 enough to put her wishes down. But as the PCP, geriatric PCP, um, mentioned, the wishes she had was for when she was healthier and stronger and with it. And right now she's very weak. She's very frail. If they did CPR on her, they would break her. She would break all of her bones in her rib cage. The ribs will probably penetrate her lungs. It'll be horrible. It'll be terrible. Um, my mom had put, do not resuscitate. So that was a big one. But there's a whole bunch on this checklist of do you want or do you not want. So basically, they fill out the bubble. They don't fill out the bubble. Um, so I have to go over this again, apparently, now that my mom is got almost total dementia. Um, and like, okay, do you want to uh, do intubate for? Do you want to put a tube down to feed her? Well, if she's not going to get better and it's uncomfortable and it's a horrible thing, anything horrible here, she's not going to get better. She's only going to get worse. Does she, at this point in her life, does she want comfort? Well, um, when my mom was in, both times my mom was in the hospital, she was very frail. She was very just, you look like you could blow her over with a feather, and she's in the hospital bed. So she was just this little old lady, on the edge of survival in the hospital bed. So it was a eye-opening thing. But now they want me to, now the PCP, geriatric PCC, says, so let's fill this out again. It'll have um, her signature on it. And for me, it's very important for me to try to understand what my mother will have wanted. And a lot of it is a big responsibility of what she will have wanted. She's 89 years old. It's two pages. It's the front and the back. There's two pages on it. And like the PCPs gave thing of dialysis. Does she want dialysis? Well, dialysis is you go 3 times a week for 8 hours a day each just to go there and get dialysis and come back home. So do you want that? And my mom can't travel, so little things like that. So I guess I morphed into this little patient's wishes sheet. I was going to do another video, but yeah, that's it in a nutshell. Try to keep her happy, try to keep her healthy, try to keep her comfortable, try to do what's best for her and figure out what she would have wanted at this stage of life. So that's me. That's us all on the raggedy edge to figure out what's going on, what's going to go on, the next steps. And again, I know you guys are watching this because you have concern. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for asking me what is going on in my life. And that's basically my life as a healthcare proxy. I take care of all the healthcare decisions and whatnot. And one of the other things that I figured out is you can be on the healthcare proxy, an activated healthcare proxy. If you go to the hospital, they might not show you her chart. So it's important, like if she has a HIPAA to sign, that you're on the HIPAA. Hi, yes, I have her healthcare proxy, and I'm on the HIPAA, and that will get them to show you the chart that they wrote up for her. So for your loved one. Okay, all right. Well, that's another that's another piece of the puzzle, and that's what's been going on in my life. So, in addition to everything, taking care of this this place, the other place, doing, working full time, taking care of mom fuller time. So, but um, we shall we shall go along, proceed apace, until the next emergency. So, all right. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for thanks for listening to you. Yes, you are my therapists. Oh, all right. Hope you have a good one. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.